Yeah, I know you want to see N64, so while it's still work in progress, it's working pretty good for some games already. Here you go. So how well does N64 emulation on the Pandora really run? Well, it really depends on the game. Some games run perfect even at 500 MHz, some need some overclocking and some don't run at all. So let's take a quick look at a few of those games. Here's 1080 Snowboarding. It seems jump and run games really run well on the Pandora. So here's the Banjo-Kazooie, which really runs spot on and is a lot of fun to play. Castlevania is one of those games that has some issues. The game itself runs fine, it needs a bit of overclocking, but the cutscenes really are sometimes a bit slow, as you can see here, but fighting sequences and stuff like that seem to run fine. So there's room for improvement here, but I'm sure improvement will happen. Let's check some racing games. Here is Diddy Kong Racing, playing fine. What's weird is the same as Mario Kart. When you start the race, it slows down a bit and stutters, but once the race has started, it runs flawlessly, as you can see here. And for some serious racing, here's F-Zero X. Another game where I'm sure it has quite a few fans, that's Harvest Moon. Runs without any stuttering, runs without any issues, it just works perfect. Here's some Mario Kart. As said, at the beginning of the race it's a bit slow, but then it runs full speed. Sometimes it has some hangs, but I don't think that's performance related, because sometimes it just stops for half a second and then continues to play. Sounds more like some bug that needs to be fixed. Here's some San Francisco Rush Rally Racing. Runs fine, has some texture errors at the sky, as you can see, but that doesn't affect gameplay. So that's also one of those issues some games have, but well, see for yourself. And for everyone who likes fighting games, here's Maze the Dark Age. Geez, I didn't know there were so many racing games on the N64. Here's Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, some sound stuttering sometimes, but apart from that, running fast and fine. I shot Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, so here is Star Fox 64 for the N64. Also runs really well. Well, I've been amazed when I tried out the games that so many run so good already. N64 is one of the systems that's really hard to emulate and that can be improved a lot. And a lot of stuff is really playable and nicely playable already. So with some more improvements, we'll really have some great machine here. So let's skip the intro and go into some actual gameplay, I'd say, okay?
Both be on your tail.
Whoa! Help me! Thanks, Fox. I thought they had me.
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible. Everybody stay alert!
Well, here's some Zelda Ocarina of Time. I wanted to show you some gameplay, but the current GPU plugin has some bugs so that you can't actually start a game. Worked with the previous version, so I guess it will work again later when that bug is fixed. But you can see a bit of the intro. The intro actually has some slowdowns because it uses a lot of effects. Some guys who already played it on the Pandora said that it doesn't get any such slowdowns while playing the game, so the game runs way better than the intro. But for a work-in-progress emulator, I think that's pretty impressive. Want more link? Well, here's Super Smash Bros. This could really be one of the coolest games to play on the Pandora. Next we go to Pokemon Stadium. That game has some texture errors and unfortunately it doesn't play any sound. I know the original cartridge needed some Game Boy cartridge inserted into the expansion pack, so maybe that's why it has some errors here. But as you can see, speed is fine, works great. Back to Jump'n'Run games, here's Gex, Enter the Gecko. Also works without any issues, playable as well. Seems racing games and Jump'n'Run games really do work fine on the Pandora. Well, the last one, that's Super Mario 64. That one runs full speed without any frame skip with 500 MHz. It's no wonder because the emulators were optimized to play this game. So this certainly is the best emulated game on the N64 emulator at the moment. So tomorrow we are back with some tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.